What is up, guys? Andy here from the Residents of Evil. We are joined by guest contributor, Twitch streamer Matt RPD. The wait is over. We're coming to you live from the Insomnia Gaming Festival here in Birmingham, England. We've secured him. Condor One is in the house.
That's right.
Nick Apostolides, how you doing?
Hey, what's
Great
up,
to have you in the
everybody?
stream.
Nice to meet you, Nick.
Hey, this is the first time I'm meeting these guys in person. I've been talking to them for how many years now, and finally get to meet. Everything has gone so smoothly. We are having a great time. I know you guys are having a good time. The visibility is here. The fans are happy. Like, honestly, if the show went longer, I would need a little bit more sleep, but I could do it, and I would want to. I mean, look, like all of us, you do your thing. You're busy all the time. You do your thing. I see you online every single day. I mean, and then me, yes, I travel. We're doing this, meeting the fans, but we're doing what we want to do. It's as simple as that. That's where that's where the energy comes from, is we got passion to do this. Absolutely, yeah. I got to play a little bit early with my little brother. That's, as probably everybody watching this knows at this point with interviews and everything, that's my tradition with my little bros. We play the games. And so started streaming to him on PC. He played chapters 8 to the end of the game. And it was just a surreal moment playing that game all the way to the end. It reminded us of 2005, the first time we played the OG game. That's been our favorite game together that we bonded over. And so to play it again 18 years later with me in it, I swear, I can swear.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
For the mind fuck. Think about that. Absolute mind fuck. Well, it's been a ride. I found out I was going to play Leon Kennedy about 7 years ago. I died. My knees went weak when I found out. When I got that phone call, they offered me the job. Couldn't believe it. And then when we were wrapping RE2, they kind of gave me a wink and said, if we do a next one, would you want to be in it?
Oh, wow.
And so I was waiting about 4 years to this point, about 4 years for this game to come out, knowing it. And when I finally got to tell my little brother that, yeah, we're doing 4. I mean, the game at the time, as you guys know, and all of you guys watching probably know, it revolutionized so much.
It did. Yep.
It was unlike anything we'd seen. And if you liked action games at the time, that blew your mind, that game. It destroyed the market in a good way. It, reinvented the whole thing. Inspires games to this day. And so playing that's the experience we had, and it was a Resi game. It just happened to be a Resi game, and we're playing it, and the fact that you could kind of pinpoint with the laser sight, you could shoot anywhere you wanted, they reacted and stuff. It was just wildly entertaining and different. And so also as a brother, I got to introduce David, my little brother, when he was 9 years old, to the franchise with that game. You want to play like a big boy game? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, tonight we're going to play a scary one. And we played the demo, and he had nightmares for weeks. It blew my mind because, the tank controls were, there's a charm with that.
Yeah.
But, again, the enemies, the way that the AI worked, they were so much smarter than the zombies in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, totally.
They were more like mini nemesis, the ganados.
Yeah.
They would chase you around and find out ways to kill you.
Yeah.
They would ambush you and then surround you. That never happened in Resi games. So they were smart. Oh, they were amazing. The cinematic director, Steve Kniebley, he does such a good job finding the right people, the right talent for roles. I mean, that's part of a director's job. And he just finds the best of the best. And I fell in love with the cast. I saw it in real time. We're doing all the scenes, and I'm like, they're fleshing out their characters, and I was envisioning what this might look like when it came out. I was like, this is going to be awesome. People are going to love these characters. Holy shit. And yeah, they were different, but that's what a reimagine is. I mean, it's a reimagining of the characters, different essences, different personalities, but, the skeletons are still there. But he found the best people, and it's been a pleasure getting to know them, befriending them. I call them my family of the North because we filmed it in Vancouver. And most everybody was Vancouver locals in Canada. Some came from Toronto, and I was the only one that came from the States. Honestly, there's not much that I can talk about. I'm always pursuing motion capture, new video game projects. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing what I love. I travel a lot. I work on the road. And now we're going to hit a lot of conventions, hopefully, to support the game. and get my fellow cast from RE4 out there into the world so we can meet more of you guys. I'm lucky. Really lucky that this happened. I mean, I just didn't quit, you know? I didn't quit acting when times were tough, and I just stuck with it. And this is what happens. Like, you get rewarded, you know? So
A true persistence pays off story.
yeah, thank you. I'm a bit tired, but you just... He's a bit more eloquent right now than me. Yes, persistence, guys. That's one of my favorite words, to be honest, is persistence.
Hard work.
Persistence and perseverance. We don't even have to make it about this industry. Like, really, anybody watching, if you, whatever you're going for, whatever industry you work in, whatever career you want, you have to bust your ass. And this is what I tell people. It's kind of like, you know, dad advice, but this is the advice that my grandpa told me. And when I was young, when he was still alive, I didn't really appreciate it. I would roll my eyes and be like, ah, yeah, grandpa, yeah, okay. And he was saying this. He was saying you got to bust your ass and give everything 120%. If you half-ass it, you know, whatever job you're going for, there's a line 10 miles long of people that want to do the exact same thing. How do you stand out?
Yeah.
Effort. More than sheer talent is perseverance and is pushing, learning, the desire to learn, ambition. I like words like this.
Yeah, it's... I guess it's very similar to what we do as content creators as well, isn't it? Like, you know, what you do with acting, the rejections, the feeling down, not good enough.
The saturation of
Yeah,
of
so many wonderful people doing the same thing, pushing for the same roles.
yeah.
It's just a challenging environment, and it does have a toll on your mental health at times as well. And that's why you just got to push through, stick around with good people, and then hopefully
Yeah, but
get through that.
But going back to what we were saying earlier is that when times are tough, what's going to keep you moving forward is going to be that passion. How bad do you want it?
Yeah.
How much does it make you happy? He has been portrayed by some really fantastic actors, and they all bring their own personality into those particular stories. I put a lot of trust in Capcom. When they told me for Resident Evil 2, they said, just trust us. Trust us that we made the right decision, and we want to see you inject your personality into this guy. You don't have to be Paul Haddad's Leon. You don't have to try to be Paul Mercier's Leon, and so on and so forth. We want to see Nick's Leon. And fortunately, they said, you understand the character. You understand his arc and where he was in 2. And so I just, you know, it's that the faith test where you fall backwards and someone catches you. I put my faith in Capcom.
And it's carried through, obviously.
And 4 was a fun transition, though, because in 2, he was a rookie. Not so experienced. He was, you know, wide-eyed, a bit naive, right? Still badass. But they had to, like, reel me back a little bit. I wanted to do some fun things with some lines, and they said, he's not quite there yet. And 4 wasn't even a thing at the time. And then when 4 came around, I was like, let's go. They took the chains off me, and I said, let's do this. And I got to be like the badass cowboy Leon that I wanted to be. So I'm really happy. Well, like I said, I was really familiar with the 2 games from the past, and I already knew the arc. I mean, look at the original 4. I mean, he was just a quippy 80s action hero. Yeah. Funny and memorable, right? I mean, iconic, really. And Paul Mercier did such justice to him. And he was one of the first reasons why I started acting was because of his performance as Leon. I wanted to do that one day. And here we are. But the question was, how was that transition? Again, these were feelings that I had from 2. And years later, I was like, now I get to do them. So I kind of been thinking about it just in case we did 4. You know, I was thinking about it.
He was thinking about it a lot.
I thought it was a good possibility we were going to do 4. And so when I read the script, fortunately, again, with the cinematic director, Steve Kniebley, and even the localization director, Wes Bishop, we kind of just looked at the script, looked at the scenes, and we kind of adapted the character a bit. And Steve was always, he had good suggestions, how we might want to change things, make it flow better. He's got such a good vision. And Wes had the job of translating the script from Japanese to English, and he has so many good recommendations too. And us 3, we would just spit out ideas and be like, yeah, that line's okay, but when he comes to this boss, it might be more badass and quippy to be like, how about we say this, you know? And we just had fun with it. We had a lot of laughs, a lot of outtakes. I don't think you guys will ever see them. A lot of outtakes in the lines that we chose. Like there are some iconic lines from the original that stayed, like the bingo line, right? I can say that. That's public. But then we had a lot of new ones left on the cutting room floor. But anyways, that's how we shaped him. Yeah, I do warn anyone watching this who want to sub to me, I would just... There's a reason. There's only one reason I can't even have a dog in my life is because my life, I don't even know what's happening next week. I'm all over the place. Fortunately, I travel a lot. Again, that's what I wanted. So I'm living out my dream. I've been streaming a lot lately just because I got really excited. I wanted to get used to it because I want to stream this game. I want to stream Resi games and some of the new ones. I'm in the middle of Dead Space right now. Thing is, I've been a gamer for almost as long as you've been alive and longer than you've been alive. And now that I've connected with so many great communities like you guys online, residents of Evil, all you guys, all the content creators, I'm like, why not? Oh, my mic dropped. I figure, like, why not share that passion of mine with you guys? It's just an extension of my life. And so I'll be doing it sporadically, as much as I can, as much as my brain can handle, but it is fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. I understand why you guys do it now. Also, sharing I am just a big dork. That's what I am. And when I'm playing these games, like, I could just sit and talk to Chad about everything that's going on, like with the Resi games, like my history with those and like Dead Space, and I'm having a blast playing them. And also, I do want to say, and it's worth saying, during the pandemic, one of the silver linings during the pandemic is how many people really connected and felt part of communities like you guys, and everybody watching, whether you stream or whatever, like those little communities or the big ones, you guys create like a family environment, and so if I can do that even just a little bit, and just help out and have people hang out and feel like they're part of something, kudos,
We still need to finish Veteran as well.
Yeah, and so, like shit like that. I'm not doing that as like a work sort of thing. Like that's something I legit want to do is marathons of these games. Like I want to marathon OG RE4. I want to do a campaign with you and carry his ass a little bit. You know what I mean?
Where you did last time. I think it's fair to say. No.
I could write a novel on that. We don't have time for it. I would revert you back to what we were talking about with passion. And
hard work ethic. Yeah.
Ironclad work ethic. We have the internet, guys. Learn as much as you can. Take acting classes. Study. You can watch YouTube videos of like what you could do for networking, how to build a demo, a voiceover demo, or stuff like that. Like use the internet, use your local resources, acting classes, get into theater. I started with student films, guys. Student films. I jumped right in. I didn't even have acting classes. There's no one way to do this. Get experience. See if it's for you. And set yourself many achievable, attainable, small goals along the way, okay? If your goal is just to get famous, good luck.
Yeah.
That RE2 is slightly closer to my natural register. I grizzled it up a bit for 4, but it's way more about the attitude and the energy. I think I just did a video with IGN. We were talking about this a little bit where in RE2, his energy was like really like pumped up because he was just trying to figure out what's going on. It's like, I'm Leon Kennedy. I don't even know your name. He's excitable and new to everything. And in this one, it's just more of that tired, annoyed energy. I got to do this shit now. When you're tired, your voice even goes just lowered. And it's about the energy of the scenes and everything like that, and not taking shit from the bosses now. When he doesn't want to take orders from anybody at this point, and he has a mission. Now I'm not gonna fucking listen to you. No, I have to say that my favorite version of Leon and favorite voice was, for me, Paul Mercier. Again, just because of what that game meant to me, where I was in my life at the time, whatever was inspiring me, and the fact that he was one of the reasons why I got into this. How do you not pay homage to that, and just, give credit where credit's due? So I'd say, honestly, OG RE4, something about it, just magical.
But the thing is, would you pick yourself anyway? I mean, you know, that's another thing, isn't it? I mean, I know Andy would, but
I'm just saying this because I'm live. No, that's my honest truth. I'm absolutely not my favorite Leon. I'm happy that some people like my portrayal. That's great. But he's been portrayed, I think, maybe 5 times now. 5 times. Or 6, including live action. It wasn't that different. His arms were a little bit bigger. I mean, it looked good. They do well with their character models and their villain designs and bad guy designs. Like, Capcom always has had stellar models. And so I was happy, content. It's not an interesting answer, but I was like, badass, okay, let's do it. I think it's got a shot. I mean, we got some stiff competition this year. I think you guys know that. But I think we absolutely have a shot. Open for nomination, that would be great.
That'd be great.
I mean, it's killing the market right now.
If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. For all the latest Resident Evil 4 Remake news, make sure to subscribe. The Residents of Evil is a Patreon-supported channel and also supported by our YouTube members. So if you'd like to become a member and unlock access to custom badges, emojis, and exclusive live streams, click that join button down below. You can join our survival horror community on Discord, link will be in the description, and I have the Duke here to tell you a little about our sponsor, G Fuel.
Do you have need of anything for the road ahead? The Residents of Evil has expanded its services. Perhaps you're in need of a little pick-me-up. I recommend the G Fuel. You can even get a fair discount if you use the code ROE upon purchase. And as always, we thank you for your patronage, stranger.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you back at the Residents of Evil.